Hey Tamers, and welcome back to the second part of BT9 list breakdown, and hopefully we could go a little faster so I don't have to do a part 3. And anyway, let's just kick it right off. We are starting with the 5s because the part 1 was from level 4, so I ended at level 4, so we're starting with level 5 here. Right off the bat, we got a Omni Shoutmon X Antibody. Digivolve from 0 from Omni Shoutmon when Digivolving Blitz, and then your turn while this Digimon has Omni Shoutmon or X Antibody, you can attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. That is pretty crazy. That's pretty nice. That is really nice. I don't know what else to say about this card because I really haven't used Omni Shoutmon, so I'm not too familiar with Omni Shoutmon's ability, just besides that he does Blitz all the time. Moving on, this card is disgusting. So, War Greymon X Antibody Digivolve from 0 from War Greymon. When Digivolving into the end of your opponent's next turn, 2 of your opponent's Digimon gain on deletion, lose 1 memory. Then, if War Greymon or X Antibody is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, choose any number of your opponent's Digimon whose total DP adds up to 6,000 or less and delete them. So this can be very disgusting because you can basically make him cost 1, assuming, let's say your opponent has 2 rookies on the field, Digivolve into his War Greymon for 0, or 3 in this case. You end up deleting 2 of them because you can delete from 6,000 DP or less. Now they got deleted, so you gain a memory for each one, therefore costing War Greymon 1. Then, not to mention, if you have Takadomon on the field, not only does this War Greymon gain Blitz, but then you also get a memory from Takadomon for tapping him, so eventually being him free or gaining 3 memory if you Digivolve from 0. So this is actually really nice. I can't wait to use this in Gallimon deck myself. Moving on, we do have the X Antibody version of Metal Greymon, Digivolve for 0 from a Metal Greymon. When Digivolving, this Digimon gains security attack +1, which is really nice. Think about it, because then if you have the starter deck 1 Greymon, give you security attack +1. Now with this Metal Greymon, you got security attack +2 when you Digivolve, and then you swing. You're doing some heavy damage pretty early on without going into Megas. Then, if this Digimon has Metal Greymon or X Antibody in its Digivolution cards, this Digimon gets 3,000 DP until the end of your opponent's next turn. So easily, you got a level 5 that could be 11,000 DP. It's pretty broken, to be honest. Not a lot. You'll be able to swing over a lot of cards besides Megas and option cards, obviously, like if you're running into a Gaia Force or, you know, whatever deletes it. Moving on, we are getting a level 5 Piranimon, and this is pretty cool because it has Rush, and when we get into the Mega, you'll see you're going to be able to play him from that Mega, so that Rush does come in handy because you'll play it and then you can swing without having summoning sickness. So a really good card. And then Vanilla Divermon, really cool, 8,000 DP, 7 play cost, and Digivolution for 2. And then moving on, we have the Garurumon X Antibody, Digivolve 0 from Garurumon. When Digivolving, unsuspend this Digimon. Then, if Garurumon or X Antibody is in its sources, return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower back to your opponent's hand. So this is very good, especially if you're using the promo Garurumon. You can swing twice, basically. Digivolve into this Garurumon, unsuspend, and swing again. Pretty busted. Assuming, you know, you survive, but then you do have, you do get all that DP increase from the sources if you do choose to run those Gabumons, Garurumons that give you DP increase. So this is really nasty. You're gonna see a lot of OTK kind of moments with Garurumon. Maybe not in 1 turn, maybe 2 turns, but either way, you'll be able to chip a lot of damage pretty quick with those. Moving on, we got another Dark Super Starmon. Well, not another one, but another Starmon. And again, like I said in the last video, eventually you're probably gonna see a Starmon deck, and it's coming. How good is it gonna be? I'm not too sure, but anyway, this is a vanilla yellow and black card, 9,000 DP. It's pretty strong for an ultimate. You never really see 9,000 DP ultimates. Then play cost of 7, and then the Digivolution cost for 3. Now the reason why this is probably really good is I think you have a yellow option card, and I think you reveal cards or something like that, and you can play a Starmon for free. So essentially you could play any Starmon for free. which is why I'm telling you why Starmons may be a deck. And then here, moving on, we do have this Angewomon X Antibody. Now, in a recent video, I did discuss how Angewomon could possibly replace Jet Sylphie. Not really, but the recovery on Angewomon X Antibody is really nice. So we got Digivolve 0 from Angewomon. When Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gains security attack -1. So that's nice. So think of Digivolving from the, I forgot which one it is, like BT3 Angewomon, where you Digivolve, you get security attack -2 to a Digimon, then you Digivolve to X Antibody and give another Digimon minus security attack +1. It's pretty nice. Then, if you have Angewomon or X Antibody in this Digimon sources, and you have 5 or fewer security cards, you recover +1. So Digivolve for 0 from Angewomon, and get recovery +1 if you have 5 security or less. So this is why I'm saying that you're probably going to see a lot of play with Angewomon X Antibody, just because Jet Sylphie is going to be limited to 1, and then Angewomon X Antibody isn't limited. So you'll probably see this pretty often, because even though you're not going to have Angewomon in the sources, you will have X Antibody underneath, assuming you're running an X Antibody deck list. So really good card to look out for. Then moving on, we are getting a new Ryze Greymon. So is I was about to say Burning Greymon. Is Shine Greymon coming back? Maybe. This one though, you Digivolve 1 from Ryze Greymon. So they're like, nah, enough of that 0 evolution thing. So this is a yellow and a red card. When Digivolving, you may play 1 yellow or red Tamer card from your hand without paying its memory cost. Then, if you have Ryze Greymon or X Antibody in this Digimon sources, delete one of your opponent's Digimon gets -2,000 for the turn for each yellow or red Tamer you have in play. This is pretty busted. So just imagine if Hybrid Package was still a thing, and now you're adding Ryze Greymon into there, and you're decreasing all this DP for each Tamer that you have, and you play a yellow or red Tamer for free. It's busted, man. Your turn for each time you haven't played this Digimon gets 1,000 DP. Lordy lord. So even if you just have 2 Tamers in play, it gets 10,000 DP. He's technically always kind of gonna have 9,000 if you think about it. If you're always gonna play a Tamer using his evolution effect. So this is actually pretty nasty. Wow, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. Moving on, we do have a Panyamon X Antibody, green and blue. Digivolve 0 from Panyamon, and this card is treated as a Leomon. So more cards for a Leomon deck, which I haven't built yet. I'm going to eventually. All turns when this Digimon would be deleted in battle, you may play 1 Leomon from this Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying its memory cost. It's pretty broken. That's pretty broken. I don't know what all the Leomons do yet, but just assume you could. Let's assume this. You Digivolve into the blocker one that just came out in EX2, right? You swing with this one, he dies. Now you just play that Leomon again. So pretty nice. You can do a little nice combos here. Moving on into Akuamon X Antibody. Here we go. Level 5. Digivolve 0 from Akuamon. When Digivolving, if Akuamon or X Antibody is in its sources, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if this Digimon is attacking, you may switch the target to attack one of your opponent's suspended Digimon. That's pretty nasty. Let me explain why. If you well, actually, I don't know why that's kind of the thing, because if you Digivolve, you suspend, then you can already attack it. Then if this Digimon is attacking, you may switch the target to attack. You may switch the target of attack to one of your opponent's suspended Digimon. I don't know why they added that, to be honest with you, because if you're Digivolving, you're suspending, right? You haven't attacked yet, so you can attack that suspended Digimon. I'm not too sure. Maybe there's other inherits or something that... There it is. So when there's other inherits or you're suspending from something, maybe, I don't know. It's a good question. If you know, let me know down in the comments below. Anyway, your turn. When this Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon with Insectoid in its traits, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. This is awesome. So any Akuamons or Quagamons, since they're Insectoids, you reduce it by 1 when you Digivolve. It's pretty nice, pretty nice. And then we have a Zamileomon, probably butchered that. So a vanilla green level 5, 9000 DP, play cost of 8, Digivolve for 2. This is pretty crazy, a 9000 DP. It isn't an insectoid, so you wouldn't be able to use it. It's a warrior, big death stars. That's interesting, that's a new one. And there we go, that is level 5. Let's go ahead and move into level 6 here. I think we're doing good so far, and here we go, the big monsters of BT9, and we're gonna have a lot to talk about in this particular phase, so let's get started. So first, right off the bat, we got my boy War Greymon X Antibody, 12,000 DP, Digivolution cost 4, play cost of 12. You're never really gonna play this. If you play this, then you're in a really bad spot to play it from your hand. You Digivolve 1 from War Greymon. That's already pretty nice. All turns, when a card is removed from your opponent's security stack, you gain 1 memory. Let me tell you how busted this effect is. Because Greymon decks have always been kind of OTK, or you always get security attack +1 with that starter deck 1 Greymon. You have tie, right? If you have 4 sources or more, you can get security attack +1. So now that's 2. So now you have security attack +2. You swing, you remove 2 cards from the stack, you get 2 memory, so you're already paying back for the Digivolution and you're getting an extra memory. This is busted. I actually really like this effect. And then end of attack once per turn. If War Greymon, or if you have X Antibody in the sources, you delete one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon's DP. Keep in mind, you have all these DP increase. So for example, I'm going to use Agumon Promo in this, gives Greymon's 2000 DP. He's going to be at 14. Now you're going to be able to delete, at the end of attack, any Digimon with 14,000 DP or less. It's really busted, man. Oh my god, I'm so excited to play that. Moving on, we have Gallantmon X Antibody. Same DP as War Greymon, play cost and evolution cost. You Digivolve 1 from Gallantmon. When Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. If no Digimon is deleted by this effect, unsuspend this Digimon. That's actually really nice, because that's if you guys have seen my decklist video, that's what I've discussed with Gallantmon when you swing with them. It's kind of the lack of being able to unsuspend. So now kind of here, you're going to be able to attack, Digivolve into X Antibody. If you don't delete anything, you'll be able to unsuspend. And then you're still going to have Blitz. You swing, and then, you know, if you delete something, activate Takato, gain that memory back, continuing your turn. And now you can go into Crimson, still have Blitz, and you can possibly win. So now we're gonna see Gallantmon a little more in action. It's probably still not gonna be as fast, but we never know. We'll never know till BT9 is on. We actually see some gameplay. So moving on, your turn once per turn. When an opponent's Digimon is deleted, if Gallantmon or X Antibody is in its sources, trash the top card of your security stack. Yes, I'll probably take that back. I think Gallantmon is gonna be up there. He's gonna be up there. I can't wait to use them. So now here's where, like I said, we'll probably finally see Crimson mode. Or I would probably use Crimson mode now as opposed to the Omnimon Blitz. But we never know. Really good X Antibody Gallantmon. Moving on, we have Dino Rexman. Dinosaur X Antibody trait. 13,000 DP, play cost of 13. Digivolution cost of 5. He is a red and a green Digimon. The artwork is really nice. Look at that, that looks cool. Kind of looks like straight from Jurassic Park. When Digivolving, for each tamer your opponent has in play, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon and gain 1 memory. Dang, that's really nice. That is pretty nice. All turns, once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less becomes suspended, you may delete that Digimon. Oh my god. It's all turns. So if you got this Dino Rexmon and it's your opponent's turn, they swing with it, you can just delete it if it has 6,000 DP or less. This is really nice. This is really nice. I may look into making a little I was about to say Dinosaur. Well, I guess a Dino Rexman deck here. That's really nice. I actually really like that. It's all turn, so you do it for your turn and your opponent's turn, obviously. It's once per turn, but still, I mean, 6,000 DP or less. Oh, hold on. So can you imagine adding this to like a War Greymon line? Because now War Greymon increases the DP base reduction deletion. Oh my god, I just gave myself an idea. This is gonna be nice. This is gonna be nice. Oh, so excited. Sujin Mod. So these cards kind of remind me of like Yu-Gi-Oh! You got Fujinmon, Sujinmon, and you know, all those Ujinmons, whatever. We'll get to them. So they're being introduced to Digimon here. And this one's 11,000 DP, play cost 11, Digivolve cost from 3. These are the first cards where we're getting introduced to hand effects. I don't know how I like that yet. We'll see how it plays out. So, in your hand, main effect, or main phase, if you have a Digimon with Justimon or Raidenmon in its name in play, you may pay 1 memory to place this card under that Digimon as its bottom Digivolution source. When Digivolving, you may trash 1 Digimon card with Machine or Cyborg and its traits in your hand to place one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon at the bottom of its owner's deck. The inhibitor here, when attacking, return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to its owner's hand. So this is good support for Justimon. I don't know, I'm assuming there might be decks with the whole just Sujinmons, Raidenmons, and all that stuff. It's gonna be really good because you can add these inherits to whatever Digimon you have on the field, which is pretty nice. This one you're gonna be able to return something back to your owner's hand, so it's gonna be interesting how these play out. I can't say much on these because they're new, so I'm not sure what kind of combos are gonna be utilized here. So here we go, we get into Metal Piranimon. Here we go. It's an Axe Antibody for 1. Keep that in mind. 11,000 DP, play cost 11, Digivolve cost for 3. When attacking, you may play 1 Digimon card with Piranimon in its name from this Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying its memory cost. So, what did I say? We have that Piranimon that has Rush. You swing with this one, now you're swinging, you play that Piranimon, and now that one has Rush. Potentially, you being able to close out game if your opponent has 1 security left. So pretty good. I'm assuming this is probably gonna go up in play value as sets goes on and we get more Piranimon. I don't know all the Piranimons that are out yet, but either way. So this is a card that over time you're gonna see it probably get better because it's gonna get more support. Moving on, Metal Garurumon X Antibody. So DP 12,000, play cost 12, Digivolution cost 4. Digivolve 1 from Metal Garurumon. When Digivolving, unsuspend this Digimon and it gains blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. So you can swing, Digivolve, unsuspend, and now he has blocker if you don't want to swing again and you don't want them to attack. Your turn, once per turn, when this Digimon becomes unsuspended, if Metal Garurumon or X Antibody is in its sources, return all of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level to their owner's hand. This is busted because all this X Antibody, this format, you're not really going to see white boards, right? Because everyone's going to be busy trying to build up to that Alphamon, Metal Garurumon, War Greymon, Gallantmon, whatever it is. So they're going to be busy trying to build up that 1 stack. And since it's going to be the lowest on the field, you'll be able to return it back to their hand. So this is pretty busted. Now there is a combo where I saw that they were using War Greymon. They were using the Blitz War Greymon. I believe it's from EX1. You can swing and you can delete a blocker. So that's a way of getting rid of this Metal Garurumon without even attacking it. And I thought that was simply busted. Just busted. Alright, moving on, we have Rajinmon. A yellow and black card. Hand effect, main. If you have a Digimon in play with just your Raidenmon in its name, you may pay 1 memory to place it underneath. Yep. And then when Digivolving, you may trash 1 Digimon card with Machine or Cyborg in its trait in your hand to have one of your opponent's Digimon get minus 4,000 for the turn. That's pretty cool. Like I said, it's yellow and black, and then inherit when attacking one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4,000 for the turn. That's pretty nice. good DP reduction. You'd be able to swing over stuff since, you know, your DP is only 11. So, or, you know, whatever you can have it underneath. Moving on, we have Magnadramon, X Antibody, Digivolve 1 from Magnadramon, 12,000 DP. Evolution costs 4, or 1 if you Digivolve from Magnadramon. When Digivolving of Magnadramon or you have X Antibody, all of your opponent's Digimon and security Digimon get minus 1,000 DP for the turn for each card in your security stack. So that's pretty cool. So the earlier you play this card, I guess it'd be the better, because then you could do minus 5,000 DP. But then you got to keep in mind, yellow does have recovery, so you can always get back up to 3 or 4 or whatever. So that's pretty cool. The fact that it can decrease DP and for your Digimon in security, that's pretty nice. End of attack once per turn, you may add the top card of your security stack to your hand to unsuspend this Digimon. That's busted. That's busted. The reason I say that is because it's going to be good if you're using Digimon that require you to have 3 security cards or less. It'll kind of help you stay in that range if you just recovered and you go up to 4. So really good card there. And here we go, Magnamon X Antibody, 11,000 DP, yellow and blue. Digivolve for 3 from a level 5, or Digivolve from 4 from a Magnamon. Now I know you're thinking that's pretty high, but you gotta remember Magnamon is level 4. You're jumping from 4 to 6. Opponent's turn. When an opponent's Digimon attacks, if a card with armor form in its traits or X Antibody is in its sources, you may switch the target of attack to this Digimon. Okay. All turns, when this Digimon would be deleted, you may place the top card of this Digimon on top of your security stack face down to prevent that deletion. Okay, so it's your opponent's turn. They go ahead and they swing at your Digimon, or they swing at you. You can use Magnamon's effect to make them attack this card, and then if this card would get deleted, you just place this X Antibody on top of your security stack. So I'm sure there's gonna be a few combos with this, and yeah, I'm not sure how good it's gonna be, but it's pretty good. How good, I'm not sure. Fujinmon. No, I don't want to add it. Fujinmon. So 11,000 DP, same as the other ones, except this one is green and black. And main effect, if you have a Digimon with Justimon or Raidenmon in its name in play, you can put this underneath for a play cost of 1. When Digivolving, you may trash 1 Digimon card with Machine or Cyborg and its traits in your hand to suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. That's pretty cool. So you're gonna see the suspending part of green here. When attacking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 DP or less. That Digimon doesn't unsuspend during your opponent's next unsuspend phase. That's pretty cool. That's pretty nice. They all have really decent effects. They're not bad at all. Moving on to what a lot of green players are probably waiting for is this Grandis Coagumon. And oh my, that's all I gotta say. 12,000 DP, play cost 12, Digivolution for 4. You Digivolve 1 from a Grand Coagumon. I want you to keep in mind the Digiburst promo Coagumon, because that's what everyone's going to be using, to be frank. When Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then, if this Digimon is attacking, you may switch the target to attack one of your opponent's suspended Digimon. Again, I'm not sure how that effect really works if you're suspending anyway. Your turn, this Digimon gets 4,000 DP. Okay, so he's already at 16,000. End of attack. Once per turn, if Grand Coagumon or X Antibody is in this Digimon sources, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon and unsuspend this Digimon. That's disgusting. Let me tell you why. The promo Grand Coagumon, you Digiburst 2 and you give security attack +1 to a Digimon. So if you have X Antibodies, let's say, I mean, even if it's up to 4, right? You go ahead and trash those 4 sources. Now you get security attack +2, so you're breaking 3. You Digivolve into this, right? And you swing for security attack +2. And then there's ways to get piercing if you want. Then end of attack, you unsuspend and then you swing again, checking a total of 6 cards. possibly 4, depending on how much you digiburst. So you're finally gonna see green come back, and this is gonna be an OTK deck. And I'll build it, but I am missing some pieces to build it, so I'll see if I'm able to or not. So really great Grandest Quagmon. Moving on to our, I think it's our last one, right? As our last mega is Dino Tiger Mod. So this is, oh, okay, cool. So it's a 12,000 DP, play cost 12, Digivolution cost 4 from a green or blue. However, this card is strictly green. You Digivolve 1 from Saber Leomon. Okay, that's interesting. When attacking, if a card with Leomon in its name is in its name or X antibody in its sources, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Okay, we don't have many cards that you can suspend Tamers. Your turn, once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon or Tamer becomes suspended, unsuspend this Digimon. That's pretty cool, because now you attack, you suspend a Tamer or a Digimon, you unsuspend this Dino Tiger Mod. So that's pretty nice. I'll probably look into this and see what inherits you'd be able to give them, but you do need to have X Antibody or Leomon, which is probably doable, but we'll see how good it's gonna be or not. Maybe a little too slow, but we never know. So there we go, guys. This is gonna be part 2, me just covering level 5s and 6. Next, I'll finish off this little series and I'll do option cards and tamers, and I will catch you guys on the next video.